Welcome to the channel. We got Nas here. Today I am doing a top 10 manga. But yeah. But first I want to exclude the usual suspects because I felt that there was like no point in me doing this if I'm going to be like include Vinland Saga at the top. I mean, Vinland Saga is one of the best. I love it. It's one of my favorites. But I felt I had to exclude it. The same thing with Urasawa. I just had to tell him tap out, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to include you in this equation. What else? Full Metal. Same thing. So your usual suspects, most people do top 10, and at any given point is either Berserk, Vinland Saga, Full Metal Alchemist. They just end up being that top three up there somewhere. And I was like, what's the point? Kurosawa, Inio Asano, Goodnight Purple, those series is like they're whole household names. Most people know about them, so I was like, what's the point of including them? There's no point in having a top 10 if they're just there. They crowd everything out. But there are other manga that are as good, and enjoyment wise one of the best. I love them. At any given day, it just they fluctuate from one end to another, one spectrum. So one day I'm feeling this series is better than Vinland. One day I'm feeling this series is a little bit on par or as good as. So that's why I want to do this top 10. And some of the series are from like this year, or some of the series that I picked up this year that I felt had this just more of an impression on me. So it could be because of proximity, because I just read it recently, so it has a little bit more influence on my mind. Those series stand out a little bit in my mind because of the fact that I was awestruck and there was a reaction to it. And then there are other series that are older, so it's just a mixed bag. And at any given moment, these can fluctuate. So I'm just gonna go off of them because I feel like, well, I'll leave the later half, or maybe put it in the top 5. But it's hard for me to say which one is 1 and which one is 10. But I'm gonna just go off and start with the first one. It's gonna be Hinamatsuri. I always rave about this one, and definitely gonna be my top 10. Not at the end of the spectrum, but somewhere in the middle. So Hinamatsuri is a great series, comedy. The anime came out, and that was how I was introduced to it. And then eventually, One Piece started releasing this maybe about a year ago or so. And One Piece is a new publication. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that they are actually releasing this, and they're bringing them out faster. Like, there's no possible way to avoid this one. So Hinamatsuri, comedy, funny. It's just it hits you. So I enjoy it. So that's one of them. And then a surprise that I got was Witch Hat Atelier. This one, once I picked up this series and I read it, I just couldn't like get more. So I ended up getting the second one. I actually even got like 3 volumes from Barnes & Noble. That's how good it was. I just couldn't wait to read more. So it was just like once I set one down, I had to read this. So it was a page turner for me. And Witch Hat Atelier is magical elements, drawing circles on the ground. That's what I call it. On a similar note is from a signature edition, Beastars. Same thing here with this one, kind of furry. This one I haven't been reading it lately. I've read the first 3 volumes and I just stopped at a decent spot. But I knew kind of it surprised me, and the art is very different in the beginning. So this artist draws it in a particular style, and the style enhances the series and some of the themes and some of the stuff that this kind of the Zootopia and Lelouch and his interaction, and the school setting is a little bit off-putting, but otherwise, other than that, I enjoy it. So hopefully it doesn't drag on. That's the only thing I'm afraid of. I want something concise, something that has just follows a trajectory, and manga does tend to drag on forever. Okay, this one is again a complete series by Mitsuro Kubo. Is a series that I quite enjoyed. 12 volumes all in all. Fantastic. Has to do with a little bit of time traveling. Has to do with a little bit of sport. So it takes sports drama, sports kind of like series, plus a little element of time travel, and flirts with it. The ending felt a little bit rushed. And but the main character, not this one, is where's the guy? Okay, volume 2. Here's the main character here, and this is another main character, but they kind of play this role, and they play off each other. I like their interaction more, even though I wanted some of the supporting characters to be fleshed out a little bit more. But it was good. It was a breath of fresh air for me when I read this one, and yeah, again, it's 12 volumes complete. So that's the cool thing about it. You know, a little bit of drumming, a little bit of cheering. So I want it to be turned into an anime so bad, but what can I say? Okay, we got Noragami here. Well, I just got a regular random volume. Noragami is a great series. Everybody knows about it, so it's probably going to go into my top 10. Probably up there, maybe 2 or 3. But fantastic series. Same token, we got One Punch Man. You know, maybe it is dragging up a little bit too long for my tastes. Hopefully it wraps up probably 30 volumes, 40 volumes, 50 volumes, who knows. That's the only thing you know, I don't want it to drag on forever, but I enjoy them. Keep coming back for more. This one is another one, Magi, and I enjoy it. Similar, kind of has that Arabian Nights retelling, reimagining. It's dear to my heart, and I want to get more, collect more, and read this series. So always in there. Now these are, you know, top tier. You got Arsalan, the heroic legend. Always rave about it. Every time I pick it up, it's like I'm like gushing over this one. Hirakawa does the art, and the story is is based on a story by Yoshiko Tanaka. Yoshiko Tanaka, I think, does the story, but this is based on a novel that has to do with Arsalan and how he comes to being a, you know, the heroic legend, how he becomes a hero, how he becomes a legend, how he becomes this prince that transforms Etekabana. That's the kingdom of Pars. The royal capital is Etekabana. I think the kingdom of Pars, yeah. So I like it. I like the characters. I can't wait to get more. The anime, I think, was ahead of the manga, but it is what it is. Another one that I can't get enough of is Ajin, Volume 1, or the rest of the series. This one is done by Damon Sakurai. Originally, the story, somebody started it with him, but from Volume 2 on, he does the whole thing by himself. And the man knows how to do choreography. Choreography, storytelling. Now the anime does a little bit different, but I think that the twist in here, there's one part where Saito is the antagonist of the story. What he does. I'm always speaking about him more than actually I speak about your boy Kai Nagai and his other ragtag tag team. Look at that. That's what it looks like. Yeah, there are some elements, some images that are like in the back of my head because of the impression that this has. You know, it's at the forefront of my mind always. So Ajin is, man, I can't say more. Can't say more. And last but not least is, you know, ultimate. You know, bread and butter. This is this every day. Whew. Yeah. So this one is similar. The art style is similar to Arjun for this one. Like, I mean, talking about when it comes to the graphic storytelling, and I like this type of storytelling as far as graphically, because I want the art to tell more of the story as opposed to having a lot of dialogue or having a lot of proposition, exposition, what have you, just words in general. I mean, I have nothing against words. I could read a novel if I wanted that, but I want the art to tell me the story more, to give me the expression, the emotion. I don't want the art, the character to be like feel and have this internal dialogue. No, I want to see it in an art form, and sometimes this person, the duo, they do a great job bringing that across. They have a hard time. I mean, so they're having fun with this. It's just a fun, solid. You have to be into the mecha, into suiting up and into that for you to be enthralled into this Ultraman world. But I enjoy it, so can't recommend it enough. Those are the 10 manga that I would probably recommend on any given day. That I would probably just let it out, gush over. And I can't believe I didn't mention this one. This is an honorable mention. This Bahia is an honorable mention. I don't know if it's visible. Yeah, the mobile suit origin. Other than that, thanks for watching. I am gonna have more videos coming out. probably a manga haul, and something else, whatever. I don't know, whatever I come up with.